Hello everybody. Looks like we are live. I want to welcome you to Montezuma. Able to get another tour in today. Don't know how long today's tour will be, but we're here at Montezuma. It's quite a bit different than from last week in terms of weather, although it's sunny. Looks nice and everything, but it's a lot cooler. It's about 56 degrees. You know, that sun, well, it's nice that it warms things a bit. Could present some problems, you know, in terms of seeing things that are distant. And speaking of seeing things, what have I seen since I arrived? Not a terrible amount. I've seen quite a few Canada geese, and I'll give you just a hint of some of them. You can see them out there on the ground, and I've seen more overhead, in flight, high altitude, in formation, leading me to believe, you know, I don't know for certain, but leading me to believe that they are migrating rather than, you know, just Canada geese that remain in the area. I've also seen, maybe, if I had to guess, maybe hundreds of tree swallows. I couldn't see them very well, but they were out there, they're all flying around. I've seen some gulls, 2 or 3 turkey vultures, and that's just about it, really. To this point, anyway. A few monarch butterflies. Oh, and some blue jays. And I think I just heard one. Another butterfly? Hi, butterfly. So anyway, while we're up here, we'll take a look around, see what we can see. Now, I have to say, last week was disappointing in some ways. It was nice to be here, don't get me wrong. But in some ways it was disappointing because, you know, all the grasses in so many places really block our view of anything. Heard a blue jay, and I heard something else. I'm not sure what it was. Again. I see up ahead, there's a gentleman. He's got a camera. He's outside of his car. I don't know if he's seeing anything. That was of interest, or if he's just there. And I say that because I saw him back at the visitor center, and he was taking pictures of, you know, what seemed to be anything anyway. It didn't seem like there were any special scenes to be seen. So he may just be, you know, here and determined to take pictures of whatever, and I can understand that. I'm gonna let this truck by me. But I do wonder if he sees something of interest or if he's just, well, he's heading back into his car by the looks of it. Oh, maybe not. This car behind me. Come on, you've got room, plenty of room. Let's go. There you go. But do they see something? It looks, I mean, two people, they're both taking photos of something. I think I hear a catbird, by the way. I do hear a catbird. Gray catbird. I can hear, eh. Well, I don't see whatever they might be looking at. Oh, so there are some shorebirds. They look like, to me, at least 4 greater yellow legs, maybe more. 5. Let me show them to you. I'm not an expert with shorebirds by any means. Maybe that's what they were seeing. Okay, we're gonna move. That looks like a great egret. Hey, egret. Good to see you. And I believe I'm hearing some red-winged blackbirds. Maybe wrong. And I don't know if I'll focus on them, but there's some tree swallows out here also. That's not a tree swallow, that's a gull of some sort. Oh, who's that? Probably some Canada geese if I had to guess. Oh, wait, are they? Yes, I think. Legs look awfully long. Are those sandhill cranes? I think they are. Hey, cranes! Oh, okay. We're not gonna be able to see them from here now. Oh, is that? No. Shoot, can't get it. The gentleman is out of his vehicle again. Oh, there they are again, I think. Maybe. Have they done some mowing? They might have. These are most likely the same 2 cranes that seem to drop down below our view, but there they are. Good to see them. Very good to see them. I love sandhill cranes, as you may know. And the tree swallow just flew by. turtles. A couple of them. So if you look on the ground here, there's grass clippings. So maybe they did some mowing, but you know, we still have a lot of tall vegetation, obviously, you know, to block our way. We'll see as we go how much of a difference that mowing made, if any. You can see on the right-hand side they did a fair amount also, so that's good. But you can see, like, you know, over here, for instance, there may be water over there, but we certainly can't see it. The grasses are still too tall there. And, you know, being reasonable, I can't expect them to mow everything down. And quite honestly, if they were to do that, that might ruin, you know, the habitat for some birds anyway. If it's just, you know, not everything is drawn to open water. You know, let's take a look at those turtles for a second. Are they out of the ordinary? No. Then why are we looking at them? Why not? Oh. I think I see an eagle in the air. Hold on one second. Up high. Don't know if I'll be able to get it. It's going to be tough. All depends on the camera. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, that looks like a bald eagle. Again, it's up high, but it's the first one I've seen today. Hey, baby. And I don't know who's making that noise. Closer to home, that is. Okay, anyway, let's get back to trying to see those turtles. 1 second. We see them often enough, but you know, we don't often see them closely. Either we don't take the time, or somehow the situation isn't right. Hey, bear with me. Do have some vegetation kind of blocking our view, obviously, and now that the breeze has picked back up, makes things that much more difficult. Kind of neat to see. Get to see their colors a little better. I believe these are eastern painted turtles. I may be wrong. Look at that color. Obviously the light green flecks are duckweed, but Okay, let's let me look around a bit and see if there's anything else I want to look at while I have the scope out. Some geese on the move. Okay, I'm going to let them go. Alright, let's move. I'm going to stay with this camera for now. I didn't have any really exciting bird sightings during the week. Not that I really went bird watching, but even just in my travels, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. And in fact, yesterday and the day before, I didn't see a hawk anywhere. Saw one this morning, though. Vehicle, I think it's going to pass us on the right. And I'm going to look over there in the water to our right, see if there's anything of interest. Ooh, nothing really notable over there in the water to our right. It's just, maybe I should switch cameras back. It's just water. I don't see any birds there of any kind. No ducks, no gallinules, no herons, no nothing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, you can come up here and not see much. That's certainly a possibility. What's with this wire? Jeez. I am going to switch cameras again. 1 second. Turtles over there getting warm by the looks of things. Up here, I believe, and in much of upstate New York, I think, we had either frost warnings or advisories overnight. So things did get quite a bit colder. But, it's in the mid-50s now. But things like, the water, I'm sure, is still quite cold. And 50 is not exactly warm. 55, that is. 55, 56 degrees. Now, if you give me 55 in the middle of January, sure, you think you're ready for anything then. So over here we just have, looks like tree swallows are flying over and around the water here. Is there anything? I thought I saw something. Oh, okay, that's nothing. But I don't see anything else. I don't see any herons. I don't see any ducks or gallinules or anything like that. Speaking of gallinules, I do see one though. If I can get it for you. Right here. Juvenile. And there's another one, but I don't believe I would be able to show it to you because of just the vegetation in the way. So there are 2 or 3 there. Look at something. Oh yeah, this cord is really driving me nuts. Okay, let's see. Okay, nothing there. That guy's driving so fast, I can't imagine he's seeing anything, but maybe that doesn't mean anything. He may have already been through and now he's going back, who knows? Not sure if that was, could that have been a possibly a northern harrier? I don't know. Kind of looked like a turkey vulture, but I thought for a moment that the, see, lots of tree swallows around. I thought for a moment that the tail looked long. Tree swallows have been interesting this year to me. At least in my area around my home, they've I think they just seem to have been acting a little different this year than in prior years. Nothing necessarily wrong, but like nobody tried to have a nest in my mailbox this year. The 2 prior years, they had used my mailbox. I didn't mind. The only thing is, when they were actually not in the mailbox itself, but in the slot for like newspaper or whatever. It was something I had to be concerned with, like when I'd get back from the tour, you know, in the spring and summer, late, you know, after dark, I didn't want to get my own mail because I'd wake up the birds that were in the box and disturb them. So I'd have to wait to get my mail until the next day. To our right in the distance there are a couple turkey vultures. I think I'm hearing a chip note from a song sparrow, but I'm not positive. Not much excitement here really today. What is that down there? Looks like a young one. I don't know if this is another egret, but great egret. I'd have to say that we had better luck to this point last week than we have so far today. But you never know. Now, what I have not seen is, a lot of ducks flying around. I'm not saying that they're not, in the area at all, but I haven't seen any flying around. So, I believe there's water out there underneath those grasses. I'm not sure, but I believe there is. And, that may have ducks there. But I believe we would occasionally see some flying here and there and, flying from one location to another for whatever reason, if that were the case. We've seen that before when we can see the ducks on the water and we have a clear view. Now, who knows, maybe they're so well hidden and everything they don't feel the need to move. I don't know. That's possible also. See a great blue heron. At least I think so. Is that a heron? Yes. Hi, heron. Kind of hidden up there. Good thing I looked. So at least we've seen one. It's the first one we've seen today. And I see a mosquito. Get out of my car. Really not much to see here today so far. Disappointing. Now, it is still relatively early in the migration season. Clearly some birds are migrating. I mentioned earlier the Canada geese. Some seem to be migrating, and there's I think some ducks in the distance. Where'd they go? Okay, that'll do now. But anyway, you know, we seem to be, we're still early. I mean, it's, you know, early October. Not sure what kind of ducks these are. They're still flying around a bit. I don't know how the coming weeks are going to be in terms of my own schedule and if I'll be able to come up here or not. I will do my best, but you never know. If you happen to be new to the tour, you know, we've seen in prior years, you know, thousands of ducks in these areas. But the problem is, with all this vegetation, we may not have that opportunity this year. I don't know. But the water has been open in prior years, and with, you know, allowing for decent views, but now with all the grasses that grew in because they drained the pool, you know, that may not prove to be the case at the right time. Did I see something? Maybe not. I'm seeing some butterflies. There's definitely more water than there had been, you know, back in July. That is a northern harrier. And here's another one closer. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I don't see it. It may have, I wonder if it went all the way to the ground. I don't see it in the air anywhere. I don't know. Should we take a closer look? I think so. Let's do that. Oh, where'd you go? There you go. Actually, there are a couple ducks there. 3. That looks like a green-winged teal. Is it? No. Is that bill too... Turn this way. Oh, you know what they are? Are they... Are they shovelers? Yeah, but they are. But they're still, they're still changing, yes, I believe so. But, the male certainly has not reached full breeding plumage. By the looks of things. Cool. Okay. Anything else we want to look at while we're here? Maybe not. Let's leave this camera in place for the moment. A couple more ducks out there. Let's look while we're here. I better shut off the car. Some are shovelers, but some are clearly not. Oh, there's an American coot there. See the bird that looks like a duck with a white bill? That's an American coot, if you don't know. And then these smaller ducks are, I'm not sure what they are. They're much smaller, so maybe, I wonder if they're teals. As in green-winged, but I don't know. I do often have a problem identifying ducks. That looks like a gadwall. Is that a gadwall there? Maybe not. No, I don't think so. It's too small. I'll bet that's a teal. I have a harder time identifying ducks when we're in the intermediate plumage. Oh, I did. I forgot to mention. I did also see earlier today one in flight. I saw one, that looks like another coot. I did see one double-crested cormorant in the air, up high. Who is that? I don't know. I'm guessing teal, but it may not be. I'm no expert, I just have fun doing this, that's all. Okay, we're going to move on in a moment, I think. Let me just look around a bit. Hold on, let me get them kind of on there while I look around with binoculars. There's some spots on the lens or somewhere in the works here in my camera. I just cannot get rid of them. Don't know how. Just can't get rid of them. See, that is a northern shovel. You can tell by the bill that it's changing its plumage, not in full breeding plumage yet. That's also a shoveler, female. Okay, we're going to move on. Anything else? No. I'll leave this camera in place. Who is that? Hold on a second. I can't see it from here. Oops. Went too far. It was someone nearby. It looked like a duck of some sort. I don't see it now. Hold on. Too much vegetation, I can't see it. It was right nearby in this channel. Well, let's keep moving. I guess. It may have been a gallinule, but I don't know. I didn't get a good look at it. But the size and color were about right. Juvenile. But you know what? I take it back. I think it may have been a small duck of some sort, now that I think about it. Canada goose or two nearby, fairly nearby compared to all the others we've seen right there. And yeah, looks like there's another one there. Obviously we can't see them very well because of the grass is in the way, but it's good to see them nonetheless. I like Canada geese. Looks like there may be more right up here, and we might even get a better view of them. Maybe. Maybe not much better, but at least 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least 11 there, maybe more.
maybe 12. I think 12. Let's make it 12. Some gulls in the channel to our right on the other side of the road. Love the geese. Oh, hold on. Oh, shoot. There were two. Here's just one now. As I mentioned last week, I see monarchs quite a bit in September and October, and that, at least I believe, they're migrating, and they make their way through the area and everything, and I'm not sure exactly how monarch migration works. I don't know if each individual butterfly will make its way all the way through their whole migration trail. I don't know if it works that way. I think it does not, but I'm not positive. But you know that they're on a journey, and you see them fluttering along, or you see them stopping to feed somewhere, and you just you know that they're traveling, and you just get at least I am just sympathetic, knowing that they're working hard to get to wherever they need to go. So, you know, I think it's nice to take the opportunity to see them if we can. So that's why we're looking at one right now. We'll move on in a moment, don't worry, but it's just kind of nice to see one. What do I see in the air? I see a harrier in the air, I think. If I can get it, I don't know if I can. Not the ideal situation when you're in the car, but so we're looking at a northern harrier right now. I'm going to let that go, and I think we're going to move on. Do I see anything else before we move? Something in the air. Hold on. Where'd they go? I thought they... Oh. There's some ducks flying around. Don't know if I'll get them. I don't think I will. Nope. Alright, let's move. Bye, butterfly. Good luck. I see them as more than anything, as I drive, in my travels on a daily basis. And, yesterday morning I didn't see many, but then because it was rainy yesterday morning, but as things kind of dried up and the sun eventually came out, I saw them here and there. And like I said, I just have I have some sympathy for them. I know that they're on a journey, and I just hope that they get to wherever they need to go. Again, I'm not an expert on the migration of monarch butterflies, but I believe it's a fairly long one overall. And if you ever look at it, the tracking on a map, it's pretty amazing. Now I see. Okay, is that the gentleman? Yeah, they were taking pictures before. I wonder if they see anything, but you never know. I think I'm going to switch cameras. Let's do that. Fair number of Canada geese here. Hearing some
squeaking, I have a feeling, if anything, it's they're frogs rather than some kind of bird, but I may be wrong. Seems to be taking photos from the corner. I came up here, up on this ramp. I can see that water just fine. I came up to look maybe a little better on the other side of us, but there's so much vegetation. If there's anything over there, I can't see it anyway, so. Second. Quite a few Canada geese down there in the marsh. Oh, could be some shorebirds that are of interest. And I don't know. We'll see if we can have an opportunity to see whatever's there. And how things go in terms of other cars and everything. Okay, from here, let's stop for a moment and take a look. What do we have? I'm not sure what they are. Uh-oh. Oh, good. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be a greater yellow legs, but I didn't like how it was walking, but now it seems fine, so good. I think it's just a question of the ground beneath it. Okay, I'm starting to run into vegetation issues again. Let's see if we can move forward. In fact, see, well, the viewing area up ahead is not great for seeing things on this end. Those aren't greater yellow legs. I'm not sure what they are, but they're not. At least that one on the right is, and I'm not sure about the one that I can't really see. What are you doing? Excuse me. Excuse me. You're really not supposed to be there.
All right.
Sounds like a mallard. See if maybe we can get the car to an area where we can see things a little. Oh, not really. The grasses are just too high. I'm not, I could go back there, I guess, although that's going backwards, and try to get the other camera on things, but that's always an unsteady situation. I think we're going to let it slide. There were some shorebirds. I didn't give you the best look, I understand, but I think we're going to move along anyway, partly because of time. Seems early. It's about 10 minutes to 2. But remember, I need to drive back to Ithaca, and the days are, they're getting short. I was talking with someone either yesterday or the day before who remarked it, how quickly the days are getting dark. And true. But think about it. The days have been getting shorter for, over 3 months now. Start getting longer soon enough, but they're going to get a lot shorter. it's obviously migration has begun. Things are different now than they were even a few weeks ago, but it's not like winter is here just yet. Some things from the summer remain. See dragonflies here and there. I mentioned the mosquitoes earlier. The leaves are turning, but they haven't yet, fully turned. I have a feeling this fall will, in terms of leaf coloration, will be maybe a little better than the last couple of years, but not much. That's my guess. I haven't studied any predictions or anything that other people might have, but it just seems that way. Looking for us to have a lot of snow this winter. I'd rather not, but in a way I do want it. If it serves to push down and get under control some of this vegetation. Grasses here are very long, and as you can see, as I mentioned last week, there's very little open water within our view. All this in prior years has been open. I can't tell if there's like a channel that's clear that we just can't see because of the nearby grasses. It may be, but like it or not, I can't see them. Can't see the channel if it's there. I think there is a clearing, but we can't see it from the car. Before that really mild winter we had one year, and the grasses had grown like they had normally grown the prior spring and summer and into the fall, and then with relatively little snow falling that year, nothing to really push the grasses back down. So come back up here in the spring when things opened up and it looked, everything was like it had been the prior autumn. What? Can't see? I mean, still couldn't see. It's really a disappointment. And into the autumn, you sometimes see that the grasses are long and whatever, and but then you hope by spring a lot of that has been pushed down, just controlled by the weather. It looks like, you may remember last week I pointed out that there were sumac trees growing here. It looks like a lot of them have been cut back, so in terms of our viewing, that's good for us. Let me look at one thing with the distance of binoculars, and it is nothing. Okay, let's keep going.
this were all to stay, and although, you know, they only mowed so far, so some of those trees are probably going to be there a while, maybe forever, I don't know. But at least much of it has been cut back. You see, cut back with whatever. So that happened just in this past week. You know, this, you know, going here on Wildlife Drive and not seeing much may bore many of you, and I can understand that. But, you know, Montezuma is a special place, really, and I'm lucky to be able to come here and see what I can see. And we do occasionally see something that's special here. If you can introduce me. Over the years, I'd say we've had a lot of special sightings here in the greater area. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. Looks like more Canada geese in the distance, way out over here. So I'll set you down. Nearing the end of the drive, and I'd have to say we really didn't see all that much here today. We saw more, I'd say we saw more last week, more and better sightings overall. It's probably a function of both the time of year, we're still early in migration, and also, you know, the grasses. Those look like starlings ahead of us. And now to our left. I was going to show them to you, but I knew they would take off, and they did. Are these starlings in this tree over here? Yeah, they are. Let's take a quick look. Why not? Come on, wires. And we're going to take a look with the other camera, just to see if, assuming they don't take off in the meantime, which they might. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna look at every single one, but it's nice to see them. You know, a lot of people don't like them. You know, they can take all the food at feeders and everything, but you know, it's not like they're evil or something. They're nice birds, actually. Oh, there they all went. In the car, this is the, oh, I can't stay with them now, not where they are. Okay.
Looks like one starling did stay on that tree. I think that starling should have stayed with the group, but that's my own opinion. Starlings this time of year, and you know, they're, especially on a sunny day, at least this is in my own experience, you see them tending to gather into larger and larger flocks, and you know, they can be pretty neat to watch. But that is just about it for Wildlife Drive, so let's move on. To our left, I see, it looks like a gull. I think it's a gull, yeah. For a moment, I thought it may have been a great blue heron, but it looks like a gull. Another gull just flew over the road towards Shockey Pool. And I see some gulls above Mays Point Pool. Starlings to our right up in a tree. So that's what I believe they are. Gulls on the water in the channel to our left. It's really a beautiful day. I don't know if it's, my thermometer's reading 56, but you know, there have been too many times when I've been here before, driving around, and it stays the same temperature, allegedly, the whole time, and then all of a sudden it'll jump one way or another, and so I don't know if it's really 56 degrees or not. The high temperature last I saw was predicted for about 60 or 61. That's when I... Okay, guess we're live again. I may have lost you. We have a turkey vulture to our left flying around. Oops. Oh, shoot. Okay. I can't get it now. It's up too high where I can't see it. Sorry.
believe I hear American goldfinches. We'll drive up here a little ways and see if there's anything of interest. There's a great blue heron down. Oh, shoot. Went a little too far. Hold on. Great blue heron. There's some water down below, and there's a great blue heron there, too. Hope it's finding something to eat. I'll give you a quick look, since we haven't had a good look at a heron yet today. This won't be great either, but... Hi, heron. Good to see you. Turkey vulture in the air to our left. But you can see these are cornfields around us now. We did not come here last week. At least I don't believe so. I wasn't so confident in our signal, so I didn't want to come here. But there are cornfields here, and at least to our right there is a one, and up ahead looks like just a grassy area. To our left looks like a cornfield, and then it also gets down to grasses. Now I wonder why. I don't know if there's something being grown there, specifically, or if there's something else going on. I have no idea. Let me just give you a look around. So we have what looks to me like regular grass, but although it may be something different. And then to our left, there's corn over there, and then here there's something else. I want to look up ahead. This is still a problematic area in terms of signal, but you may recall we came here in the fall last year, and you could see up ahead, and we may not go that far, I don't know. We could see up ahead fields of, what looked like agricultural fields that had a fair amount of water in them that seemed to be drawing waterfowl. Now, from here, it looks like cornfields again up ahead, and that's what they kind of looked like they were last fall, but everything had been cut down already. I'll turn around up here because I don't know how well our signal is really holding up. But anyway, cornfields up ahead. Let me just give you a quick look, and then we're going to turn around. But again, last year we had come here after everything had been harvested, and we could see that between whatever was left of the corn harvest and the water that would settle from either from flooding or from just snow melt was a good draw for never know how how conditions are going to be months ahead, but could be that it's worth coming down here in the future. But again, the signal is an issue.
let's face it, when we come this way, more often than not, we don't see anything of interest. But every once in a while, we see something special, and that's why I keep doing this. Some of these areas will draw birds of interest, and they're so it's worth to me. It's worth a few minutes to come here. To our left, we're looking at a meadow, or I'm looking at a meadow. You're not looking. But anyway, we've seen sandhill cranes there. Oh, there's a dead bird in the road. I'm not seeing any cranes today, but it's one of the reasons why I bother to come this way. You never know. And up ahead, we have all those cornfields which look like they have not yet been harvested. So probably not going to see anything there. We'll turn right around. Pigeons. I did. A lot of people don't like pigeons. I like pigeons. Okay, let's head towards East Road. Some morning doves too. Just some and another. Here too, in this we're on East Road now. This little stretch here, we'll have cornfields on either side of us. I believe you can see them. And once they're harvested, we've seen in the past that these fields can be useful to some of the birds. I remember here last winter we were watching horned larks. In some ways, we're at a very difficult time of year. Migration has begun, but it hasn't. It's still many species to migrate through, at least through this area. We may or may not see them. It depends on timing, of course. But also with some things, some vegetation and fields still growing in. Sometimes you just can't see certain things. Also, some areas, they don't have much water to draw anybody. Now, I see up ahead, there's at least one or two vehicles up on the road. I wonder if they're seeing anything special or if they're looking. I don't know. They're farther ahead than the viewing area. even if things are great down there, with this sunshine, it may be tough to see anything very well. I much prefer a cloudy day. And there are vehicles here in the viewing area. There's some white down there that I can see, so I don't know what we'll be seeing. I have a feeling they're great egrets, but I don't know. Let's give you a quick look. I hear Canada geese. And I think I just heard at least one greater yellowlegs. Are those sandhill cranes? Looks like it. And some swans. Oh, I think I heard a sandhill crane. I definitely heard sandhill cranes. I definitely hear sandhill cranes. We're going to have to do something different here. I think I'm going to turn the car around and get the tripod out and give us a proper look. Even though it's going to be sunny, but I hear those cranes, and we may not get a great look at them because of the sunshine, but we'll take a look, I think. Okay. I've got work to do. Like I said, the cords have been a real problem today.